Yeah. We were trapped. We had jumped the wall into a supposedly abandoned hotel complex in China. But as you saw in the first part, it wasn't as abandoned as we thought. A security guard caught us on the surveillance cameras and was looking for us. We managed to get out of that building without being seen. Go, 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 run, run. And we went into this one, the biggest one, the main building, but a car parked right below. After a long wait, the engine was still running, so we decided to keep exploring, since we were on the 3rd floor of the building and still had a lot left to see. And let's not forget our main goal, to finally see the inside of one of the villas and get out of the complex without getting caught. This is China, and here they don't mess around. Check out this solid wood sculpture of an eagle. And right here next to it, wow, seriously, this place is just wild. So many rooms with that 80s vibe. It's beautiful. Look, it looks like a Goya award. Right across from that room, there's another one for billiards. I think you guys are either, well, 2 options. You're tired of seeing so many rooms already, or you're amazed at how this place is still so intact. And we keep going, with the lamps lighting our way the whole time. Wow! Whoa! Whoa! What are you telling me? Look at what's here! The car engine wasn't running anymore, so either it left or someone parked it. This is the only ping-pong table left, and as you can see, it's a bit of a mess. Must have seen better days. And over here, tons of baskets that I think are the typical ones they leave in the bathrooms with amenities. And it's all full, completely full. And yet another room with this amazing style. And these ceilings, of course, I'm not showing them because I just can't fit everything in the shot. And in each of these rooms, one of these sculptures. I don't know, who could this man be? Franz Schubert, Austrian composer, born in 1797. The same plaque says he was one of the pioneers of musical romanticism and is considered one of the great geniuses of Western music. And one of the few truly talented musicians. Look, now that I'm here from the perspective of the customers who sat on the couch, I noticed several things. One of them is that the clock stopped exactly at 8 o'clock, and another is that they put up the KTV door, which does mean karaoke. In fact, they have these 2 Audio King speakers, as you can see there, and here are the devices, or rather the device, where the microphones were kept. As you can see, our level of calmness... Man, that scared the hell out of me. Oh God. Wow, that's really sad, huh? Heck a shame, dude. A dead kitten, but completely intact. I mean, with fur and everything. Oh my God, let's see. It's interesting how this room is more renovated. This area, and it seems emptier too. Alright, I'm gonna try to keep going. Yeah, there's a doll over there. What was that? I'm gonna turn up the volume so you can hear exactly what we're hearing. There are people downstairs. Look, well, never mind. What I was about to say doesn't make sense anymore. I was going to say that we were feeling calmer, but we just heard some voices, and I don't know if it's the wind. Look at the room. What was I telling you? You might be wondering how I keep exploring like nothing's happening. At times like this, I always try to stay positive. And besides, time is against us, so the exploration has to go on. And what's with this little snowman? This is just crazy. And we want to wait for the storm to calm down a bit, so we'll probably wait in this room, since we're at the very top. Well, there are some more stairs up here. In fact, what's on top of this building is something I've never seen before in a place like this. None of you would ever guess it. We'll find out soon. Wow, check out this huge auditorium, look. But seriously, I mean, whoa, you have to be careful with the floor. This is insane, dude. Oh my god. That room over there, I mean, that chair right there in the center, oh my god. Incredible. It's a shame I can't go outside with the way it's pouring. From here, you can see the sign the resort used to have. With the convention hall here, they also had another cafe area, and this device was used to keep the cups and everything disinfected. And in the rest of this little room, they stored all the furniture they used, the chairs and everything. And maybe these are like curtains or for the tablecloths, I don't know. And watch out for these speakers they have here, because these are worth a fortune too. This one with its woofer. All the sound equipment that's around here. The amount of investment in this place is unreal. Well, and where in China haven't we seen investment? It's amazing how much they invest, only for it to end up like this, abandoned at the mercy of time. When we heard voices again, we decided to wait and see if they were coming closer, if they were downstairs, or if the voices were coming from outside. So, despite the risk, we kept exploring. Remember I told you there was this whole wing left? Well, we almost missed it. What? Every single one of them is an incredibly spacious meeting room. And once again, these have been incredibly well respected. There's not a single piece of graffiti here. On the other hand, as you can see, in other areas they've left graffiti and messed everything up, but here everything is just as it was. So what exactly is this one used for? Oh wow, I have to say, this is such a wild and crazy looking meeting room. It actually feels kind of intimidating to be here. It seems like at any moment, everyone might show up. Like in the movie Anastasia, when the ghosts appear, just like that, everyone's sitting here. That's wild. And check this out, look at the air conditioning. What a huge unit. Apparently in the summer, the temperatures here aren't that high, but it feels much hotter because of the humidity in this area. Come on, man, let's see. No. I also thought I had already seen everything in this place, but nope. Now there's a real theater stuck in the 1970s. We're already in the third part, and this place still keeps surprising us. And there's still the top floor left. Wow, with little tables and everything. Couches with little tables, too. But this is impressive. How amazing! This place is incredible, I really mean it. I'm not gonna get tired of it. How many times have I said in this video that I'm blown away? It's just wild. But seriously, I don't know. It's amazing, just thinking about it. The era we're traveling back to right now, because this is from decades ago, and it stayed exactly like this. Just look at the little tables on top. How comfortable to have your snack here, your popcorn, set them down right here, and have a view of the stage. And on top of that, there was also a projector, so it's possible they showed movies here too. I'm gonna zoom in more. Yeah, the thing is, the screen has fallen down. So yeah, this could have also been a movie theater. Continuing on, over here there's a back room, and I see musical instruments, like this drum. Oh my gosh, what's next? Wait, what's next? Oh no, it ends here. Hey, look over here. There's also a little organ. Whoa, I just heard a dog. Did you guys hear that? Yeah. I don't think... Let me take a look. Just in case the security guard is around here. No. With all these instruments, maybe they used to play on the stage we saw. Maybe that's where they played those instruments. Or maybe this area was also used for, I don't know, training or something, but I doubt it since it's a resort. But look at this, it's wild. And everything on the floor is vinyl records, you see? Yeah. The microphones from the rooms I mentioned earlier. They were for karaoke. Well, although in this case, the microphone could have been for the singer who is here with their band. And everything on the floor, as you can see, is vinyl records, although they're not there. I don't know if some of them still are. Some are still wrapped in plastic. I think they're not here anymore. They took them all. Yeah, because there aren't any here. And check it out. We also have movies. So, yeah, in this room, you could watch movies here. Godzilla. How do you say it? Godzilla? Godzilla? That's wild. And look, those little boxes, look at what Jesus is picking up. They were for the lanterns. See the girl pulling the lantern? Grab the one in the middle, of course. Grab the one in the middle, look. See? It unfolds like this. How cool. Yeah, I think they're like Lucky Charms or something like that. Hey, earlier I touched one of them and said, let's see if it brings us luck. And so far it's working. No one has said anything to us. Now, when we leave, as long as no one sees us, that's it. Mission accomplished. We'll go to a villa just to see at least one, but no more than one, because it's already a lot that we're in here, and everything is walled in. Ah, no one has seen us. Now this is it, the top floor. 4 floors full of surprises. And this massive chandelier that goes from the ceiling all the way down to the ground floor. Amazing. Here we go. This is like a lookout point. Let's see. Whoa, it leads outside. And everything is full of little plants, once again, obviously all dead. Hello. It said welcome, so it was like, this area is the lookout point. Let's see how long it takes you to guess what this place really was. Or here to lean out and take some shots, but... Oh no, this is a skate-free zone here. They used the entire roof of the hotel as a skating area. That's awesome! I've never seen this idea before, you know? Seriously, every space in this building was used to the max. I mean, it's just not focusing there. You've already seen it, but the entrance is over here, and all of this is for skating. And then there's the one downstairs, and then here. And then here is where you could rent skates. Sadly, now it's full of couches, but I'm going to try to get to that door to see if the skates are still there. Let's see, what's in there? Wow, well, what I do see is an old VHS tape, one of those really thick ones. Oh my gosh, and photos or postcards. No, they're photos. Oh no. One of the villas. Wow. What you see right behind this kid is where we came out of the first building. Check out the year on this photo. Year 96. And this is the building we entered through. And what do we have here? Look, what we have here is a dragon made out of folded paper. See? This was the head, the body that wrapped around this bar, which has now come loose from here. And it was to welcome the year 2000. How cool! These are like little envelopes. I'll tell you what this little envelope was in a second, but first, check out this incredible detail. The phone number on the envelope only has 6 digits. And nowadays, in China, phone numbers have 11 digits. But this envelope still has a super short number and even a telegraphic reference. This takes us straight to another era, probably the mid-20th century or even earlier, when making a phone call was still something very limited and local. This envelope was from a photography shop, it was used to store negatives, and it even still has instructions for handling the negatives without damaging them. What I was saying about this being a super elaborate task, look at this! This is just one little piece, just one of all the ones that make up this amazing figure and craft. I mean, it's incredible. Look, it's actually coming off. You can peel them off one by one completely. Careful, there's more up top. What is this? What? Listen, there are even feathers here made of foam. I'm freaking out. Seriously, look at this. This is wild. It's amazing. And this is handmade. They must have taken, I don't know, weeks. I have no idea how many people worked on this because it's insane. Like I said, I really don't want to drop it. But hey, if you take off one little piece, you know what happens. This is crazy. I was blown away by all the details, like these torches, for example, made with a toothpick and silicone on top, and the little figures. Every folded piece of paper placed so carefully, I can't even imagine how much time was spent here, just on this ship, and all for it to end up forgotten here. At least now it's been shown to thousands of people. After this, it was time to go down to the ground floor, cross our fingers that we wouldn't see the guard, and check out the villas. So we go this way, right? After making sure there didn't seem to be anyone downstairs, it was time to head out. This way. Now, we had to be as stealthy as possible. If we made even the slightest noise, the dog could hear us and raise the alarm. But at the same time, we had to be really fast because being outside made us an easy target. And the guard could show up on any of these marked paths and catch us. You have no idea how tense it was at that moment. Now, our main goal was to get inside a villa as soon as possible. Luckily, the rain covered our footsteps, masking any noise we might make. We managed to get inside a villa. We got a little soaked. Yeah, we're not gonna lie to you. We did get soaked, but it was worth it once again. Oh, there are some droppings over there. Probably from another titty. I've even got drops falling from my cap. This is the last thing we have left to explore in this area, but honestly, I thought they'd be more destroyed since these villas are kinda isolated, but they're actually pretty interesting. Wow, the rooms were really big, huh? But these villas were meant for an entire family from what I can see. Look, there's even a little machine to heat water for tea or to have cold water. I got the red lighted turned on, but it's just the flashlight's reflection. Well, there they have it, to heat water for their teas or to get cold water. Imagine if there's still some left. Let's see. Nope, empty. Here's a little mirror. And that's it, the bathroom. The bathroom, where they've used this space here. To take apart machines? I'm not really sure why, with an intercom right there. Alright, let's keep checking out the villa, which was pretty big. From what I see, there's another room with its own private bathroom. I need to be careful here because I see there's a sidewalk. Wait, I'm gonna turn it off. Hello? The window's wide open here. Well, actually, there's no glass on the right side. But look, pure decadence. How beautiful. During the 3 decades this hotel was open, more than 100,000 people stayed in these villas. But this place is just wild. Seriously. It can't be opened. There are more villas like these. And today we only see the echo of everything that once was. And I haven't really talked about the vanity they had here with the little office. And the walk-in closet. And this is the living room. I don't get it. Oh no, it's another room, but still. But how many rooms did they have here? Wow, how beautiful. How beautiful this decadence is. I don't want to turn the flashlight on too much in case the security guard walks by now that we're at the end of the exploration. Check this out. The villa from the outset. Look at how the ceiling is. We're now in the bathroom area of the 3rd or 4th room. I've lost count of how many we've seen. It's extremely decaying. From how we saw it in the photos to how it is now. Jesus and I all stepped on the other poor male kitten. This one has been dead here for much longer. Wow, it's full, huh? Of kittens. Yeah, they come in here and die. What a shame. I'm gonna go upstairs. Let's see. I'm gonna leave Jesus there. Wait, did you just see that? Hey, the umbrella. Hey! Jesus, look at the umbrella that's here. Look. It looks a lot like it, huh? It's dry, though. It looked like the same umbrella as the security guards that we saw in the first part. Careful, huh? Jeffel. Or maybe not. Is it dry or not? Hold on. I don't know if it looks dry. What a bad sound. After that, I was walking on eggshells. It was just too much of a coincidence to see one just like it there. Oh my god, more rooms, but they're all just rooms, so they don't have a living room. I mean, they must have eaten out, I guess. I figure they ate outside. That's what we just explored. And take a close look at this right here. You can clearly see that the original sterilization tape is still perfectly intact and hasn't been removed yet, huh? It's still right where it should be. And all the amenities are still inside the little box. Whoa, has this really been here for 20 years? Everything's here. Look, you can't even see the shampoo anymore. Wow, dude. That's wild. This even has a sponge. And there's something here, too. Ah, the toothpaste, do you see it? Toothpaste and a toothbrush. Everything's still intact, huh? And this was put here 20 years ago. Here, I can see that a little cat stretched out here. I don't know if you can see the paw print there, where they lean like this. What a shame. And, well, this is the hairdryer the old lady used to have. Old school already. Another system for getting hot and cold water. And another bed. All the clocks stopped around 8 o'clock. This one at 7:45. Another room, I guess. Yeah, just like downstairs. This layout is starting to make me doubt a bit. So many large families used to come here. Although, well, it's true that back in the 70s and 80s, people had a lot of kids. But I think this is a bit much. I mean, we've seen 4 rooms downstairs, another 4 up here, each with 2 beds. We're talking about space for at least 16 people, maybe even 20. I don't know. It's strange, but it doesn't really look like several different groups shared all this. More like it was all for one family unit, you know? Look, here's another one. Another red ISIS umbrella. Damn it, man. They're from here, huh? They're from here. I mean, can you imagine if, for whatever reason, it was an explorer who found one of these umbrellas and just decided to use it to leave because it was raining and thought, well, I'm out of here. Honestly, it makes more sense if it was the security guard. But anyway. Oh, I thought it was a card, but no. Well, I think this is the last floor left, because this is another room. Plus, they're all doubles, as you can see, right? No, they're all doubles. And identical. So anyway, let's go up to the last floor. Honestly, I actually feel calm here, because from what I can tell, no one's been in here for a long time, and the umbrellas are everywhere, so they're kind of part of the complex. We can't get caught here. The only problem will be when we leave, but with the way it's pouring out there, I figure the guard will be in the booth. By the way, important detail, these are individual rooms, not whole villas. Of course, it makes sense. So many rooms wouldn't add up otherwise. Each entrance? That's why they all have private bathrooms. I mean, each entrance is a single room. Here's room 935. And by the way, what a huge mold stain on the carpet. Green mold. It's eaten up the whole carpet. I hear voices. Hang on, let me check. I don't know. Around the rest of the garden, what we see are like garages, here's a cabin, and that's about all there is to show. And this one, 932, well, they were rented separately. It was obvious. Check out the chalet we saw earlier in the photo. Let's see, we're at the back, but it's these ones, yeah. Now comes the most critical moment. We have to get out of the complex. We have to go through risky areas, so we try to go around the resort to avoid being seen by the security cameras. Once we were up against the wall, we spent quite a while there, since cars kept passing by on the road in front. Babe, we have to jump at the same time, okay? Look at the car on the left. The person was inside and stayed still for a while. We didn't know if they had seen us or if they were waiting for someone. Once we were out, we called a taxi, and we didn't feel at ease until we passed the security checkpoint. Now, yes, we'd done it.